on with this shit like I'm Dennis. I started this shit, I'm a business. Niggas be hating, trying to blemish my image. Who want the smoke? 2 to 3 count with the scope. Extended clip long as a rope. We wipe his nose, just like he had him.
Sorry, my brother came in, so to edit out some parts. But anyway, so I had to get my third prayer right, and she's like, "Okay, buddy, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "Okay, it's not my fault. It's you guys' skates or whatever." She's like, "Fine." So I had to go with the 9.5 instead of a 10. So I got the 9.5 or whatever, the 9 or whatever it was. So I kind of got in the skating rink, and it's fine at first. It's just we're just kind of skating around, ABC, and then obviously me. We're all just kind of skating around, talking every once in a while. Not really though, like barely. So that was already kind of awkward off the get-go. I was like, "Oh crap, boys." So whatever. Right? So we're skating, and then out of the blue, I look over to one of the sides, and I'm gonna call it the north side and the south side. Right? Skating rink is like a oval shape, so the north side is obviously. If you walk in it, I'm gonna imagine it to the left of the skating rink, because when you walk in, you can immediately see the skating rink, and it's horizontal, obviously perpendicular to you. Just kind of imagine that. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but so you have the north side, which is to the left of you when you walk in, and then you have the right side is the south side. That's what I was saying. Okay, so north side you have very long benches, right? Very long benches that could fit like 25 people, and there's like 3 of them. So skating by, and I noticed like a group of kids kind of like skating by, and obviously at this place, they don't want anyone, gay, straight, anyone at all, like kissing or anything. Like, I mean, you can kiss, but not like freaking making out, like mega sus, but because there was obviously some kids there still, so as it was still early on in the night, so kind of group starts to form up there, and I'm like, okay, what's happening? There is definitely some people who look to be the LGBTQ plus community. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm fine with that. I have nothing against the LGBTQ. Oh my god, do I suck at this? LGBTQ plus community. Sorry, my tongue twister. Because I have nothing wrong with them at all. So. A group of what seemed, as I assumed and it later was correct, of that community. So, they kind of form up, they're talking, and I'm just, still skating around or whatever. And then, I believe 2 guys, I don't want to assume their gender because it was quite hard to tell actually their gender. I don't want to assume because, obviously that could be rude if they weren't guys. I don't know what the deal was, but, 2 people, they were making out heavy, alright, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, okay, it's just kind of, everyone was kind of awkward, just because it was like, there was, later on in the night, there was like a guy and a girl kissing, everyone was kind of awkward too, so it was just awkward no matter what, but they were like, heavy making out, and obviously no matter what the couple making out in public like that, like the way they were, it was like, it'd be wild, like, no matter who it was, so, everyone's kind of like, okay, this is, kind of weird that they're just doing this right here. So, eventually the owner guy was like in his mid-50s. He comes over and he's like, hey, can you guys stop doing that? And then they just start, freaking out. And I'm like, oh my god, like everyone's kind of looking at him now. And they're like, it's because we're part of the LGBTQ plus community. He's like, no, it's just one of our policies here. You can't really be too excessive in public. And then they're like, what? And they're like freaking out. And then they're like, oh my god. And he just gets so like, doesn't even know what to say because they're just like yelling at him. And I remind you, it wasn't just those 2 people on the bench. There was like 10 other people there, and they're all just like getting all mad now. And this guy's getting freaking ganged up on. So, he skates back to his little office, and he's like, okay. He doesn't deal with it. He just kind of lets it be. He tells them to, like, chill out a bit, and they're like, fine. So, they kind of calm down. No, they don't really pop up too much in the story until later. But, so anyway, so I keep skating, and on the south side, you have not as long of benches, but you have, like, 7 benches that are, like, more like 10-person benches. You can kind of imagine they're like half the size of the other ones. So you have like 7 of these benches, and on the very far right bench, right? And I kid you not, for a while I thought he was a parent, but I saw him there the whole night when there was only like at the end like 5 kids left, or not even. Like, there was like 10 kids left, and they were all older. They're all over the age of like 13 though. Like they were like 13 to 17. So like, that guy's sus. Like, not gonna lie. And he was still there, bro. And he just sitting in the corner on his phone at the team night, bro. This is a classic story, alright? He had his, like, iPhone 4 out, and he's just, like, pretending he's on Facebook. But his phone was way too high to be on Facebook. Like, imagine, like, holding your phone to, like, your eye level. Not even, like, down, just, like, your arm straight out. Like, he would have looked like he was taking a video. And he was moving it left and right every once in a while, bro. It was so sus. I was like, okay, this guy's sus. But besides that, okay, so you got C, right? And C, obviously, that girl I went with, like I said, we're gonna call her C. C, out of A, B, and C Raw. Let me remind you, the whole time they're like not even skating, bro. I mean, they're skating for like an hour of like the 4 hours we were there or something. Like, they were barely skating at all. So I'm like, okay. And I skated like the whole time, bro. My legs were like at the end, bro. My legs were dying because I sat down like once after like that 4 hours of just skating in circles. It was wild, but C recognizes this guy, I kid you not, that she hung out with at the one carnival at like, that's like an hour away from where we were. And she recognizes him, and they start talking. How do these people know each other, bro? They just waiting, like, oh gosh, I hope I see my crush one day again. Like, bro, after that, you don't talk to them again. Period. That carnival's over. It's over. Right there. Done. So, they're talking, and A and B are, like, the supporting friends or whatever, so, they're, like, hanging out with this guy, and I'll get to the guy later, but, bro, like, I was just skating around, bro, and, it was fine, bro, it was fine, and, I'll get to a couple instances before we, really get to the main, the main player, bro, so, so we got a couple kids, right? And these are like 10-year-olds, they're having fun. But they're the kind of kids, they're like the freaking Fortnite soccer skins of roller skating, bro. They're like skating really fast, and they're cutting the hardest turns and like barely like almost hitting people. So what they do is to be like kind of cocky is when he does a song that's really fast paced and he's like, everyone go really fast. They all make a train, right? And they do this thing where it's like, everyone sits in like a crouching position almost, and they're like holding on shoulder, just like holding on to the person in front of them shoulder, and they're kind of like skating around as like a train almost, right? Now the guy out of like the 7 kids who were doing this, guy in the back of the first round, because what they did is halfway through the thing, the guy said on the overhead, the owner guy was like, switch directions. Anyway, so these kids are going really, really fast in this train thing, right? And the guy in the back, like, is, like, definitely wobbling, bro. He's freaking, like, tipping all over the place. And, okay, these kids are like, what's happening right now, buddy? And he's like, huh? So, anyways, 10 seconds to go. Facts. Anyways, so they get back, they're skating, and then, I just forgot. Sorry, I just kind of blanked out. But, pretty much, anyway, so these kids, they're like, they're skating, and that guy, he falls over, and all the kids have to obviously stop. And then, he's wobbling, they're like, alright, we'll put you in the middle to stabilize you, right? And halfway through the other direction, because, we're going clockwise now. The whole time we're going counterclockwise, and now we're going clockwise. So we're going clockwise, and everyone's already kind of screwed up in the directions. And this kid's in the middle, he's wobbling. And all the kids are kind of looking at him like, oh, we're about to freaking die, because they were going fast. And the kid tries to wave him to stop, but they thought that if they went, how like if you're on a bike, you go faster, you're like more steady? Well, they thought that would work, but the kid was really gonna fall, so they were like, oh, and then they they all fall, bro. They all fall, and they're all just on the ground, like, and then he had to, like, turn on the lights and, like, cut the music, and they had to, like, get all these kids off, bro. It was already getting wild, and it's like, oh, shoot. One more experience before we talk about Mr. Player Man 4000 is, there was, like, the limbo, right? And, bro, the limbo, it's, like, sus, and one of the kids that was, like, making out in the very beginning, he did the limbo, bro, and he went so low, because it was him versus, like, one of his other friends, and they were going so low that they were, like, almost diving under the limbo. Like, it was, like, that's, like, fun to watch, because these guys were going, like, 69 soccer skins on the freaking limbo. So, one of the kids, like, he dives forward, and he hits his nose on the thing, and it was like, oh, and everyone was off the skating rink just kind of watching, because it was, like, getting really intense, so everyone had to get off, and, bro, it just was, like, smack, and then he looks up, and he sees everyone freaking looking at him, and he just is like, I'm done, and he just freaking, like, doesn't, like, pass out or anything, but he, like, just lays down for a sec, and the guy's, like, the owner guy, who's, like, runs everything, is, like, he's like, you okay, buddy? And he's, like, ugh. And it was just, like, okay, bud. Finally, this is already getting really sus. I think I'll do that as story time in a different format. This is just so many different weird things that just kind of loop together like it is. So this last guy, right, that C is, like, freaking in love with. C, obviously, being the girl. He's like, I walk over there, and, you know, all the girls kind of walk away to, like, go talk in the bathroom or whatever, right? And I talk to this guy for, like, 1 second, bro. I'm still standing. You know, we're still keeping the streak alive. I'm, talking to this guy, and he's like, bro, all 3 of these girls like me. And I was like, no, buddy. And I didn't know that C liked him at the time. I didn't know which one did, but I kind of had a feeling one of them did. And, so, like, I'm just kind of like, he's like, I was like, no, they don't, buddy. And he was like, he's like, dude, he's like, I can get anyone I want. And I was like, no, you can't actually, buddy. And he was just so sus. When they came back, he's like, yeah, I go dirt biking a lot. And they're like, C was like, oh, that's so brave. And it was just like, oh my god, buddy. Oh my god. This guy is so freaking, like, sus, bro. I'm like, what is this? So, like, anyways, if you guys want a part 2, I do have a lot more stuff to talk about, actually. This gets 5 likes, we'll say. We can get on to part 2, bro, because it got wild. There's a lot more stuff. I can go more into freaking that situation. All the situations, bro, I can go deeper, bro. So, if this gets 5 likes, yeah, we'll do part 2. Alright, Tax King, out.